the City of Greensboro continues to grow. Each year, the city invests significantly in new construction projects and repair or replacement of aging infrastructure. GSOUnder Construction will focus on projects that are underway across the city and in your neighborhood. Currently, upgrades and rehabilitation work are being done to the Eugene Street Bridge. Built in 1976, the bridge is receiving an upgrade with rehabilitation of all major structural components. These repairs will extend the life of the bridge for another 20 years.
This is the Eugene Street Bridge Rehabilitation Project, and it essentially involves rehabilitation to all of the major structural components of the bridge. That's the concrete substructure that you see, which are the concrete columns and the end walls. All of the structural steel, which is your beams and your steel bearings that the beams sit on, and then finally the concrete deck. Right now we're in phase 2, which is repair of the structural steel. That involves welding and repairing any failed beam sections, as well as replacement of the steel bearings. Once that's complete, then all of the steel will be painted. The wearing surface of the bridge will be replaced through a process called hydro demolition. Essentially, it's high pressure water jets that will come in and it will remove about the top 2 inches of the existing concrete deck, and then a new concrete wearing surface will be put back in its place. The project officially started back in 2017 with a thorough inspection of the entire structure so that we could identify all the elements that needed to be repaired. Then began the design process. Construction on the repairs actually began in May, and that began with the concrete substructure. That work has been complete, so phase 1 is done. At this point, again, we're in phase 2, which is repair to all of the structural steel. We're hoping that work will be complete by this fall. And once that work is done, then we'll proceed to the last phase, which is replacement of the concrete deck surface. Typical design life for a bridge is about 50 years, so it's getting up in age. Again, it does have some structural issues. It is safe, but now's the time to go ahead and address those again through rehabilitation and again extend the life of it another 20-25 years.
Piedmont Triad International continues to grow, and work is currently underway to upgrade and make additions to the wastewater infrastructure that serve the airport area and surrounding business parks and residential areas. An existing lift station and force main that currently runs under the airport runway will be replaced with new gravity sewer lines, decreasing maintenance and increasing capacity and level of service to PTI and surrounding areas.
We started about a month ago, and it's a 300-day project that should take us through about June, early summer of next year. It's not a phased project. There are quite a few bores, so we are waiting for the boring contractor to come in here, and the general contractor is getting started with the manholes and laying the sewer out. The airport currently has a City of Greensboro Steward lift station on it, and then the force main goes under the runway. So due to those concerns of future repairs, anything like that, we are able to abandon the lift station and serve this area by gravity. That gets the force main out from under the runway, as well as a new FAA tower that they have that's going to be built in line with some of our existing infrastructure. We're working very closely with the airport. They definitely have concerns about as we move through this. Thankfully, this is a pretty steady flow. There's no peak traffic times, but we are going to be closing lanes every once in a while. There'll always be a lane of traffic open. We may close shoulders, but for the most part, it shouldn't disrupt the travel in and out of the airport.
The Greensboro Aquatic Center is getting a new pool. Construction is currently underway at the GAC on a 4th pool to serve the community and high school swimming teams. The unique design of the new pool will allow flexibility between different types of events. This design will also allow aquatic center programming to continue while competition and training take place.
So the fourth pool is going to be multi-purposeful for the community, primarily for the high school swimming teams, for lap swimming, multi-use. The unique design of the new pool is going to really allow us additional programming and expansion for community swim team practice and all kinds of aquatic events. So the new pool is a 50-meter pool by 25-yard and a somewhat unique design L shape. So we'll have 8 lanes of long course, and then we can go as high as 19 lanes of short course. One bulkhead that's going to be in the midst of it can move in a variety of places to be set to allow for a variety of programming. And if you picture this new pool in the L shape that it is, that bulkhead can reside at the top of it. So you have 8 lanes of long course swimming, and then that bulkhead can start moving down to give you different body sections to do programming. So we anticipate we'll be in that short course mode the majority of the year, probably 9 to 10 months of the year, which is good for the high school teams training, the community for lap swimming, swimming lessons, and then the teams that train here year-round. So that's the primary setup that we'll have for it, with 19 short course lanes.
The Tanger Center for the Performing Arts is quickly becoming part of the landscape that makes up downtown Greensboro. Construction is moving along at a brisk pace, and with the steel work being put in place, the center is beginning to take shape. The foundation perimeter is nearly complete. The stage house steel structure is being erected above the stage, which has metal plates on top of it. The elevator shafts and center emergency stairwells are poured. Barnhill construction continues to be on schedule for late December 2019 in substantial completion. Additional days are planned for commissioning systems and artwork to install in the center when construction is complete. Greensboro Opera has announced, as part of the inaugural season of the Tanger Center, they will present Porgy and Bess in November 2020, starring Rhiannon Giddens in the role of Bess. At the Horsepen Creek Road site, relocation of overhead utilities has been completed between New Garden Road and Greensboro Country Club and progressed toward Battleground Avenue. Clearing is underway between New Garden Road and Drawbridge Court. Erosion control devices have been installed. The approach fills for the southbound bridge over Horsepen Creek have been completed. Construction of the first phase of the roadway from New Garden Road to I-840 began in April. The remaining roadway construction will be performed as utility relocation is completed. At the Community Center Memorial to Women of Greensboro site, final inspections for the building have been completed, and the contractor is addressing minor punch list items. Staff is working with the community and interior designer to complete the Memorial to Women exhibits, displays, and furnishings for this space. A new waterline connection is being installed along Old Battleground Road. This connection will bring together 2 existing water lines. One is at the intersection of Old Battleground Road and Battleground Road. The other is north of British Lake Drive. This extension will improve water infrastructure by creating a redundant and reliable water source for the region.
This is the Old Battleground Waterline project, and what we are doing in this project is creating a reliable and redundant feed for the city of Greensboro. We are connecting an existing 24-inch just shy of the Old Battleground intersection and tying into an existing 20-inch feed, which creates redundancy for the city and allows us to have a little bit more flexibility with how we run the system. It creates an ability that if there's a break somewhere else in the city, we can still be ensured that we have good water going to different areas within the city. So we started this about 2 weeks ago. It's a $1.2 million project, and it's expected to last about 90 days. We're hoping to be done before the end of the year. Right now, as of today, we do have a road closure, but We don't anticipate having the road closed during this project unless we run into some emergency situations. Hopefully, because this project is pretty short, there shouldn't be too many interruptions to traffic and service in the area.
The downtown Greenway is one step closer to completion. With a connection from Martin Luther King Boulevard to Gate City Boulevard, the Greenway is now open from the Central Business District to Spring Garden. Work on this connector has been completed and came in under budget. The next phase of the Greenway will connect from Gate City Boulevard along Murrow Boulevard and Fisher Avenue to Green Street. GDOT is working to fill in gaps of sidewalks throughout the city to provide better pedestrian access. This project was completed to fill in sidewalk from Benjamin Parkway to existing sidewalk at the Life Church of Greensboro just south of Cardinal Place. The construction of new city sidewalks is an ongoing project to improve pedestrian safety and enhance new alternative modes of transportation. These are just a selection of the many projects taking place across our growing city. Look for the next Greensboro Under Construction to bring updates on current projects and new construction as Greensboro moves forward.